Today in class we talked about multiplying fraction time fraction, and it's pretty simple, and most of the kids got it today. The fraction time fraction part is multiplying your numerator times your numerator. So in this case, 3 times 5, which gives you 15. And denominator times denominator, 4 times 6, which gets you 24. Now the key part that I wanted them to focus on is, and you're going to see this at least once or twice on the homework tonight, is how to show that 3/4 times 5/6 equals 15 24ths. They're going to have a fraction bar set up for you. They're going to say 6, or it might say 8, or whatever that denominator is. And first we're going to look for that fraction. So we're going to look for the fraction that is in 6. So we see that over here, 5/6 has a 6 in the denominator. So therefore, this is set up all for that one. Then we're going to look at our numerator. Our numerator is 5. So that tells us we're going to circle 5/6. So I'm going to come around here and I'm going to circle all the way to 5/6. Okay? Now we're going to come over to our denominator of the other fraction. So in this case, it's 4. So what they want us to do is to cut each of these 6 into 4s. Okay? So we're going to make 3 lines because that's going to cut into 4s. 1, 2, 3. Now if you were to count each of these up individually, you're going to have 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so forth and so on until you get to 24. Now the last part is coming up to this last numerator. It says 3. It wants us to shade in 3 of those 4ths. So I'm going to come through 3 of those 4ths in each of the 6. So shade in 1, 2, 3, and I'll leave 1/4 there. Then I keep going. 1, 2, 3. Oops. So that last part I don't need to do because that's not circled in. Alright, so now when we count up all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, we have 15 out of the 24 shaded in. So this is just another way of showcasing that. Alright, I'll show you a second one just so we can have this down again. So this one you have 2/3 times 4/7. Alright. So you had 2 times 4, which equals 8. 3 times 7, which equals 21. Alright. And now we need to showcase this. So what they're going to have for this one, they're going to actually break it up into 7s. And they're going to have all these made for you already, so you don't have to worry about cutting them up or anything. So now I need to break these into 7s. Alright. So now that I have these in 7s, and this one wants me to circle 4 of those 7s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to get circled. My denominator here is going to tell me to break them into 3rds. So break each 7 into 3rds. And even the ones that are not circled need to be broken up, because now we can count up, if we count out 3 times 7, which gets us 21. Now we need to shade in 2 of each of those 3rds that are actually in the circle. So 1, 2. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so we count those up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 21st shaded in. The last thing I want to make sure that we're recouping or recovering is every once in a while you're going to see a problem like this. Let's do 6 times 2/3. This is just a recap from the previous lessons that we covered. Whenever you see this, remember you want to throw that whole number over 1, and then we go ahead and multiply. 6 times 2 equals 12. 1 times 3 equals 3. Now, for the sake of these lessons that we're doing, you don't have to simplify those yet, or you don't have to regroup them yet. But if you are still comfortable with that, and if you understand how to do that, you can go ahead and regroup it. So if we were doing that, we would see 3 is going to be on the outside, 12 is on the inside. 3 goes into 12 4 times, and there's no remainder left, so our answer is 4 wholes. Okay, so once again, it's okay if you leave it as 12 thirds, but if you want to simplify it to 4, that's okay too.